Brian Entin investigates. He released audio recording that was played in court yesterday at the felony false imprisonment charge against Ashlee, which was ultimately dismissed. Now, it came up that it was reported Ashlee had recorded via her own phone this conversation. So once Ashlee was arrested, the police had gone through her phone and they found this audio. It was actually a video, but you just hear the audio. It was kind of like facing up at the ceiling, like she put it on a table. And the audio is about 3 minutes long. And it gives full insight into this conversation and completely destroys the claim that Tyler made against Ashlee. It's really interesting to listen to. So we're going to play that so you can hear it. Make your own opinions and thoughts. Love to know what you have to say about it.
You when you're lying. You're flat out lying. You're a really good liar. Like Tyler. Tyler.
I'm definitely
Tyler, just be quiet and listen, please. Look at me. Like, I'm an intelligent woman. I'm 40 years old. You deal with legal stuff. Like, who are you kidding? Tyler.
I can only give you my perspective.
Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I understand.
I mean, you need a reality check. If this is on media news, like news talk shows, they're going to be seeing you, they're going to be interested in you. You have to understand that I'm aware, whether you want to admit it or not, you want the attention.
I don't want the attention.
There is absolutely no way in hell that you are not bipolar or have an extreme issue if you don't realize what you're doing is false advertisement. And there are real legal ramifications. I don't know how you honestly are not worried about being put in jail. Since you're leaving in an uncomfortable way, I want the keys to my house
Yeah, they're right there.
and the storage.
They're right there.
Nobody else has keys, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tyler, genuinely, if you've been here, genuinely to help, I appreciate it. The lies are a lot. And especially if you are genuine and trying to help in your own way, you should be very concerned if they recognize you, because anyone else, like running for district, it doesn't add up. I'm not threatening you, but I'm saying, like, I'm not threatening you at all. I'm trying to help as a friend because I feel like it has to be bipolar or something. But I don't think you're grasping the level of online things that don't make sense.
No, I understand where you're coming from. At this moment, I would like to leave. And I'm more than receptive if you want to call or text me.
How do I send you the money of the receipts?
I'm not concerned about any of that. But I'm still very receptive. Should you want to call me or text me, but I've done nothing intentionally to be deceitful.
So a few things that stood out to me just from those few minutes of audio was that it's interesting. Ashlee trusted Tyler to a point because she did give him her house key, a copy of it, and a copy of the key to her storage. So I wonder if he was going to the storage for some reason or helping her with anything. She asked for that back in the end. And, people, if you are actively recording a conversation, one person in that party is fully aware of that, right? And that might impact the way they handle something. Other than that, if it didn't in this case, and Ashlee was just being Ashlee, she was very clear in her communications, and in my opinion, said, I'm not threatening you. She brought up about him running for district, and the context behind that is that it was about September. I'm just going off of my mind here of what I read previously. Tyler had put in that there's news reports on it, that he was running for a type of council member seat in the area. I don't know if it was like controller or something like that of the city. Now that went all over. Tyler talked about what he wanted to run for, how his platform he's running on, talked about his business throughout the whole thing. And then 2 weeks later, he pulled out of the race. It didn't last very long. And when asked the reasoning, he just said that he was moving to a different area and didn't feel he'd best represent if he was leaving the area. It's odd. Did he leave the area? Don't really know, because months later, he's showing up at Ashlee's house. It's the first time we kind of hear from Ashlee, her own voice and how she speaks. And she did sound very intelligent, very smart. She communicated clearly. That's what I heard when I listened to it. Again, it's a 3-minute clip. That's all we're working with right now. But this absolutely, I saw some people saying they were upset this was dismissed yesterday. Part of it is you can be upset that we don't know where Melody is, right? People just want to make sure she's okay. Honestly, that's it. I mean, Ashlee, dear Ashlee, people just want to know she's okay. All right. But we have to be okay that we don't charge people with things that they shouldn't be charged with that didn't occur, right? Part of everything in justice is making sure that the law is applied where the law needs to be applied, and where it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be. We don't make false accusations. Look at how much time this potentially wasted. Again, the judge recognized that Tyler felt a certain way, and absolutely he's entitled to feel a certain way. The numerous locks on the door, I don't know, 4 might seem like a lot, but I live in an apartment too, and there's a few locks that are automatically on the door. You've got a regular one, you do have a deadbolt, and even mine has like 3 on it. That's just what it came with. And as someone who's a single mom living alone, I get why Ashlee wants to lock doors. I'm the same way. I'm a single mom. I am all about my safety, and I feel better when every lock is locked. I don't think anyone should leave their doors unlocked. It's just not safe. But again, it didn't seem like he was held back. He was allowed to leave. She asked for her keys back and made sure nobody else wanted to know. No one else had copies. And that was it. I also was just curious because my understanding, California is a 2-party state. So the other person has to know you're recording them, or typically things like this are not admissible. So I'm not sure if any lawyers can weigh in, or what are the exceptions to that? Is it if you have a safety concern or something like that, you can record and then it's admissible? I know there's exceptions, but I'm curious in this case, because I always thought, as someone who lives here too in California, that it's a 2-party state when it comes to recording. Yeah. So follow Brian Entin. He's amazing. He's a great investigator. He jumps on so many cases. Honestly, I don't know how he does it. I don't think he sleeps, but that's audio recording, and we'll keep up with everything. Question is just still, where is Melody?
Back to my notes from court in terms of what he said. He said they went back to the back of the house, sat on a blue couch, that there was a box cutter on a dinner tray close to her, and that he said, quote, I felt she was very confrontational and agitated and hostile. She thought that he was undercover, trying to get information out of her. And what was kind of unclear throughout the entire hearing is whether Tyler was sort of working for the police. He never said that outright, that he was an informant, but he seemed to know that there was a detective outside. And, he immediately went to that detective when he got out of the house. So it was interesting. said that she said something about the daughter, and it appeared she said something on the 6th that she regretted and freaked out. And they asked, would it surprise you that those facts did not come up in a recording? I told her I was uncomfortable. I was ready to leave. He kept saying, I told her I was ready to leave, told her at least twice, said he was asking for about half an hour to leave. So he portrayed the conversation as half an hour, but the recording was much shorter, which is something the defense brought up later. And he just said, look, I had a lot of anxiety. It felt like forever. She said I could not leave, he said. But when he got up and tried to leave, she stood in front of him. I felt like I was not able to leave, he said. I don't recall if she had anything in her hand when they were asking about the box cutter. At the front door, she opened the door, but then she shut it again and she locked all of the locks. And she stood at the door for 5 minutes and she locked all 4 locks. He said he kept saying he was ready to leave. She said over and over again that she wasn't threatening him, which I don't know if she was kind of putting on a show because she knew she was recording. Her demeanor and the box cutter and standing in front of him and locking the locks, it all made him scared, he said. And that when he finally did leave, he texted a detective and was told that someone was outside the property, said that he was shaking, that he had to pull over because he was so nervous, and that, he really felt like she kept him there against his will, that he was crying, and basically, that he wanted to press these charges, apparently. The defense then started questioning Tyler, and basically was asking about whether he was cooperating with law enforcement. And what was interesting about the defense questioning of Tyler is they really zeroed in on him being a paralegal and the fact that they were trying to insinuate that Tyler was giving Ashlee legal advice and that Tyler had recommended attorneys to Ashlee, and just sort of how bizarre that was, that he was trying to help her with legal advice, but at the same time also helping the police, it seems like, which was kind of strange to hear both sides of that. He says that she scooted towards the box cutter at one point, but did not reach for it. Then there was also a detective that took the stand, said that he did not send Tyler to go to the house. So the big question of, was Tyler an informant? He said he did not send Tyler to go there, and that, again, they downloaded her phones, and that they were doing constant surveillance on Ashlee's home. So in the end, this hearing went on for several hours. It actually took longer than I expected. The judge made the ruling that this false imprisonment charge was going to be dropped, which did not really surprise me based on everything I heard, because I don't think that the prosecution, first of all, the prosecution didn't seem like they were fighting that hard to make the case, but I don't think they really made the case that Tyler was fully kept there against his will. And there was just no concrete evidence of that besides him saying he felt that way. And there didn't seem to really be any concrete evidence either that she was actually going to use the box cutter as a weapon. So in the end, the judge said it didn't meet all the different parameters of that charge, the felony false imprisonment charge, and he decided to drop the charge. Is it possible that the prosecution knew that this was a bad charge and that they were only doing this and making the arrest because they wanted to get into the house that weekend and get Melanie behind bars for a couple of days? It seems like it's possible because, again, they didn't seem to fight that. I didn't get the sense that they were fighting that hard in this hearing today. So at the end, the charge was dropped, and there's no more criminal charge against Melody right now. The ankle monitor presumably taken off. I was waiting outside with Mo to see if Melody was going to come out the front again, and they actually took her out a different exit, so we weren't able to see Melody when she left today. But we were able to talk to, I'm sorry, not Melody, Ashlee, the mom. I keep saying Melody, but Ashlee, the mom. We weren't able to see her when she left today. We were able to talk to Melody's grandmother, Melody's father's mother, who was at the hearing and was frustrated. She's just frustrated by this whole thing. She keeps saying, I don't understand why they can't make Ashlee say where Melody is. So anyway, her name's Lily, the grandma. This is what she had to say. What was Ashlee like before all this? Like when she was married to your son? She different?
They never got married. They had a little baby, and, my son passed away in a motorcycle accident when Ashlee was 6 months. So I really didn't know her that much. She was a good lady. I mean, real quiet. That's all I can tell you.
Does she seem a lot different now?
Yeah, yeah. I will not recognize her in the street, I don't think. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. People change.
Did she wear the wigs back then?
No, she had beautiful long hair, never wigs. Now she's wearing a lot of wigs. I don't know what that came from. I don't know. But
What about the makeup?
never wear that kind of makeup before. She had, I don't know, kind of like more than usual that she ever wore.
What do you make of the wigs and makeup? Like, I mean, since you knew her back then.
I don't know if she's trying to change her personality or, I don't know, changing license plates, I heard, and I don't know what that comes from.
Is there any reason that you know of that she would take Melody out of state all the way to...
No, I didn't even know she had family in Nebraska.
Melody, you're gonna go.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look everywhere where I think she could have.
I know
that
it must be so frustrating for you, the fact that she has not been cooperating with the police.
So
yes, we're very frustrated, very mad, very angry. So I don't know.
I'm gonna go look for her.
I don't know. So I'm really sorry. That's all I can tell you guys. Okay?
As a grandma, what are you feeling right now, though?
I'm feeling really sad. I mean, we're all crying. I haven't been able to sleep in 43 days. But I go to work and I do my job and I come home and I eat and walk my dog and always thinking about my grandbaby.
Do you have a message to Ashlee, or should she be watching this?
Yeah, please let us know where the baby's at. Say something. Is she okay? Where is she? So that's all I can tell you guys. Thank you.